I have no idea. There we go. Good evening, everyone. Sorry you have to look at me arms like this while I just. I need that. I want that out of the camera shot. But if I move it too much, it also means I move the camera. I'll move them across a bit. I suppose that will work. This is why I need to move the camera. This is why I wanted to move this out of the way. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Lazy Mini Painting. I'm Laz. Nice to meet you. Hello, if this is your first time here. I'm sorry if this is your multiple time here. But yeah, we're working on Rockstage tonight. And because I wanted to put the two little things, I wanted to put these running alongside on the outside of the Rockstage. Painting them up essentially tonight. But I'm not happy with camera positionings and mic positionings and things, so I'm just going to be naffing around for a second because, well, it wouldn't be my stream unless something went wrong and something wasn't entirely right. So I need that to go higher, that to come lower. Hopefully that's worked. Fingers crossed, eh? Do I have to adjust focus a little bit? Patrick, how you doing, mate? How you doing? I'm just seeing if I actually have to adjust focus on these things because I'm messing around with setup like always, moving microphones around, moving cameras around. This one goes boingy 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 anyway. So yeah, how are you doing? You okay? Yeah, all good. We're working on extras for the Rockstage because I'm looking at the Rockstage thinking, holy crap, that's a lot of paint. And it's going to be awkward because of the size of it. So I'm thinking, what bits do we need to airbrush and what bits do we not need to airbrush? And then airbrush those bits and then paint the bits afterwards because it'll be easy to paint over the bits that are airbrushed. But I know there's going to be large chunks of yellow and large chunks that are red, which is what I'm going to essentially mini plan out on this, or get an idea on how I'm going to do it by putting the red panels and the yellow panels on. But as they are scraps, a lot of it's going to be from AdMechie type stuff, and it's going to be just basic raw metals and rusty bits, so all sorts of stuff, but red panels and yellow panels as well. No, this actually, I didn't print this. This came with, right. If you look back far enough, before the computer game, GW released a, when the buggies first came out for the Arcs, you know, like the Shock Jump Dragster and all that lot. When they first came out, they released a mini game called Speed Freaks, and in it you got a Shock Jump Dragster and Custom Booster Blaster and 6 bikes. And it's when it just come out, so I was like, awesome, I'll get that. Good evening, Ali. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. So when they give you that, they give you these, which came in a set of 3. This is the big one. This is the little one. Oh no, this is the medium-sized one. This is the little one, and there is a bigger one as well. And you get the 3 scrap piles as well. So I've still got 3 Arky scrap piles if I want to build Arky things that can expand onto the side of it. So yeah, I'm using just 2 of them to run along the side of the Sage, just almost like defences. Yeah, these may be manned by a couple of Gretchen just to keep some order involved. So that's the painting for tonight. So there's a little one and a medium-sized one. A lot of it's going to be metal, a lot of it's going to be not necessarily painted, or some of it might be painted and some of it might be dry brushed. There's bits of all sorts on this thing. That one has a very nice like control panel-y thing. This one doesn't have, it has a couple of little ones. It doesn't, and a bit of stuff going on here, but it also has a nice Arky glyph on it, and another one down here and some teethy stuff. So that was a little bit more Arky based, whereas that one looks more like it's been ripped apart from Imperial-y stuff. So where it gets done yellow on this, it might be a bit more slapdashed on yellow and red along these sections. Whereas this might get a lot more of the green and the yellow and red more on the... And this one might go red because it's more of an archy section. So red always goes faster, as we know, because it's archy. So anything that looks archy section I might do red, and this one looks more like it can be done yellow. And very slapdashy yellow at that, because it can be a bit in green. So red's going to be on this one, I think, and yellow's going to be on this one. I've been doing a lot of red painting recently. Excellent Sisters of Battle. Oh, you should get talking to Twisted then. He's built an absolutely ridiculous Sisters of Battle army. Or he's building, I don't know if he's finished it. I don't know if he's finished all 9 of his... Is it 9 or 12 Paragon? How many Paragon Warsuits can you take in a unit? So I think he's got 3 units of 3 plus Morgan Val to lead them. So that's 10 Paragon Warsuits. Don't know what that is in points. Sounds a hell of a fun army to play though. Nuns with nuns with powered exosuits. In this case, they've never got guns. I'm not sure where to start. I'm thinking I should actually give it a general dry brush with metals, and then look at where I wish to paint. I think that's a good idea. So let's grab a dry brush. I've got one that can be... We should have another one somewhere. A smaller one. Yeah, alright, okay. I'm gonna go for a larger dry brush in bronze. I don't want a dry brush, but I don't want a wet dry brush either. I want a slightly damp dry brush. Hey up, Buzzard. How's there been? How's there's been? I'm thinking ahead. I'm actually using my brain for once, mate. I'm doing small test pieces. Small test pieces. Makes a change for me, I know. It proves I've got a brain. Yeah, 9 warsuits. Yeah, exactly. It's like, what the... That's crazy. But then again, what? If I can actually find all the Terminators and put enough together and do them how I want them, I'll have... Right, I want to convert, essentially just paint up Grey Knight Terminators with falchions in my own styling and have them as lightning claws. So I want a unit of 10 of them. If I've got enough hammers, then I want to try and make another unit of 5 hammering shields. And then I've got the 10 ones with hammering shields, and then I've got the 15 shooty ones, which I need to try and put guns on. I think that makes a total of 40 Terminators. I want to make, I want to run that with a chaplain in obviously one of the choppy ones, whether it's smashy or the slash, or librarians in a couple of the other ones. Yeah, I want to see how that runs, and then if I've got room for other stuff, it'll be dreadnoughts. Probably starting with the Brutalis, just in case that many Terminators running at you was not enough of a worry. You've got a bloody big bear that wants to rip you apart as well. I want to see if that runs an army. In fact, it'll only let me run one, won't it? On see, because I've only got the free version of the Warhammer app, and I'm shaking paper in case people are wondering. I'm not doing silly things off screen. Yeah, I don't like the Warhammer 40k free app because it'll only let me build one army even though I've got 3. But that's because did them when it first came out, and it let you build as many as you want. So what's the other one I use? New Recruit. Now people told me about other ones and I forgot what they are. So if you do know a better one than New Recruit, then please post it in the description down below, and I will look it up. What? I don't consent for you to give any of my crap out anywhere. Who says you can use my crap? Thank you. Is it that one? I know I'd already planned one with Terminators. Use War. That's Patrick, that sounds wrong. Can't use War Organ. What's wrong with that Terminator squad? Wait, what's... Oh, that's what's wrong with this assault squad. Right. For some reason it wouldn't give the... if it's just for pricing, I'm going to go off this. Just for now. Right. So let's remove the Ballistus Dreadnought. We don't want that. We don't want Brutalis Dreadnought. B Brutalis Dreadnought. Okay. 10-man Terminator squad. 10-man Terminator assault squad. No, we want another 10-man Terminator, another 5-man Terminator squad. Terminator squad. I want another 10-man Terminator assault squad. That takes us over to 2,000 points. So we're going to have to remove something. I'm definitely going to have to remove something. No, these ones have lightning claws. That puts me a hell of a lot over 2,000 points with all the other units. I wish for another Librarian and Terminator armor, because I have 2 of them. Why can't I have 2 of them? Oh, Forged in Battle. You can't have that. Right, okay. That's fine. I've got to sort out a list essentially. Well, let's shake up this paint because I do want it well shake up because I don't want to use loads of it. I'm still a crap ton over, so delete that because I don't want anything for that to go with. Delete that. So I still have 125 points left over, roughly. That's not a bad amount of points. Oh no, I have more than that. I have about 300 and odd points left over. I need more Terminators, or I can put another Dreadnought in. I might be able to put both Dreadnoughts in. Let's see what happens if we take the Hellblasters out. Can I fit the other 2 Dreadnoughts in? Redemptor. Oh no, Redemptor Dreadnought's 205. What's the other one called? Ballistus. 150. I don't think that's going to make it. 2010. Ooh, if I take that buff off the librarian. Hey, that brings it to 1995. There's a chap chatting portrait. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yep. I'm using my phone to try and build a 2,000 point Terminator Dreadnought list. So I can face Northern with a big bug list. And I forgot to completely put my own stream on so I can chat to people in portrait. I'm so sorry because it pops up in there and it doesn't, it's not big enough. Blake, hello. Harrison, hello. Both of you, welcome back. Hello again. I'm scrolling back up just to make sure I haven't missed anybody else. And there's a lot of chatting going on. Thank you for staying. Thank you for staying with us. And thank you for the sub like. And enjoy whatever it is you've got going on. Right, I can't leave my phone. Just I need to put it somewhere I can see it. And that should work. Not ideal, but hey, it's not too far out of the sight of the other one. So let's get some painting done. I need to build the Tyranid one though, and if it's gonna be Smashy Terminators and Dreadnoughts, they need something for a Smashy Terminator and Dreadnought to be able to smash it and smash it, don't they? So if you're gonna smash something, you smash your big bugs. So yes, how is everybody this evening as well? As I need to build a Tyranid list that's big bugs now, and then flesh it out for 2,000-ish points, as much as possible. So I'm trying to get the pipe works, and as much of the, see, you can see it shiny there now if we get it in the light. So just trying to, but I don't want to completely paint it because I still want it to look kind of dark and dingy. Tiny bit of paint, rub it across the brush so there's practically none left, or enough that you want, because sometimes it does go on a bit thick if you don't rub it all off, which isn't too bad in areas where you want it a bit brighter like these ones, but in areas where you want it to be a little bit more subtle, such as the radiator and the grills, because we still might be painting over some of these areas with other paint and might want it to show through just a touch, so we'll do edges and things. If we do want that metallic thing coming through, we're going to use the other one as well. I'm going to use a tiny bit of lead belcher probably on the bigger one because it's, well, bigger and I couldn't afford to a little. Don't want everything done though. These big brushes do make it a lot easier just to get it all quickly. Right. So I left some areas black because yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, because obviously it'll be red or yellow. In this case yellow for this side, I think I remember. Right, this side, so there's a lot of plating and there's a lot of grilled grating around there. Reverse side of that. Yeah, just getting a little bit of a shine across it so we can paint it with a different colour afterwards. Although in this case I might not go for lead belcher, just to A, save my lead belcher because I've not got loads left, and B, keep it more uniform. It is supposed to be a rock stage after alt, so it might not be just normal scrap metal that they use to get the shiniest. In this case brass rather than, which they probably ripped from the holiest of holies as far as humanity is concerned. It is orcs, they'll loot pretty much anything. Right. That gets a rough metallic-y-ish tinge to pretty much everything that I want to have a metallic-ish tinge. Good evening, Francois. Good evening, Francois. Oh, I've got to paint orky stuff. I know orky stuff can be awkward sometimes. And I've just covered a dry brush in metallic paint. Cause I'm clever. I think I've just beat most of it out. I'm just going to have to make sure I run it through the Master Soap. I think that's what I'm going to be having to do this weekend. I'm going to have a Master Soap weekend just to make sure brushes are in goodish condition. Right, we have the red one in front of us right now. We have the red one in front of us, and we have the camera that is just not playing ball at all. There we go, that's a bit better. Right, we have the red one. So, we're going to start with Mephisto red and then work up to the Evil Sunz Scarlet, and we're going to pick out the red panels. It's going to be the orky-ish panels that are going to be the red ones. Brush, 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 brush. I should really change my water because I've just used metallic paints in there. But oh well. There is not much I can do now that I've already done it. Oopsie. Right, so all of it, as I said, all the orky-ish looking panels like this one, and this one, and this one, they're going to be the red ones. Is an art glyph in there as well, which does not make this easiest of little things to paint, but because of that dry brush, even if I don't get straight to the edge and my highlighting or my next layer up's good enough on it, then I should be alright. Trying to keep some of that shiny bit to it, but make sure it can be seen as a red panel. Steady hand, yes and no in this case, because I'm not painting all the way to the edge, I'm getting away with it. But normally, yes, steady hand needed. This one, however, doesn't have so much of a this one didn't receive as much of a dry brush, or if any, so this one's going to have to be fully painted. Steady hand is needed for this one though, Ali. Especially as first coat is drying quite quickly. So I'm actually going to be able to get through both coats on this relatively easily. Now if you're looking to use this as a guide, I would definitely recommend using gloves. And being in a very comfortable position and having a drink to hand, and then possibly avoiding most of the things that I do because I haven't got a clue what I'm doing and I wing it off the bloody time. Even though I've done it over and over and over again, I never actually get it right. I'm going to keep trying though. Persistence and perseverance, I suppose. Good evening, Twisted. That Eldar is looking particularly nice. I'm not looking at my Eldar. My Eldar because they're in the box. Although I have found out I could probably get about 35, 36, 37, about 38 Terminator models and 3 Dreadnoughts on the battlefield for 1,995 points. And I think they would be absolutely excellent for going bug hunting. Because they want big bugs. Problem is, I don't have all the stratagems and stuff for Orcs. I don't have the Orc Codex. I don't have a lot of things. And some of them are just stuff that I should actually be making. Such as the thingy sheets, character sheets. Might be another bloody year before we get around to that. At this rate. Definitely could do with some help with those, but that is a lot of work. Essentially, I need to find somebody who really loves to do paperwork. I can find someone who loves to do paperwork and then they can crack on with it. I don't like paperwork. Not gonna lie, don't like paperwork. Worked in an office. Did me fucking head in. Really did me head in. You're going for white magenta. You're just gonna keep building this up and building this up so it's ridiculously bright. So those are the red areas that I initially thought out. Now I also think there's going to have to be some green areas because of the stuff that they nicked it from. So a few of these panels here. Although I don't know. That might get away with an Archie panel. Going to do that one red, but no, I'm only going to do a bit of it red. Kind of try and make it like Orc ability to paint. I still think I need to put a bit of green on it though. For Astra Militarum stuff that they didn't this film. Possibly on the reverse side of some of these, which I do have to think about. I've only just realised that. So I've got this entire back section over here. Trying to actually paint where needs painting as opposed to where doesn't need painting. So in this case I'm trying to avoid the shiny area right at the edge, but get the rest. There isn't much on this one regarding that dry brush. Trying to be careful. I'm pulling a lot of pigment around. I could do it drying. Typical. In this case, slightly beat up. Nice container. Oh, booster container. I'm assuming that's what it is for the arcs. Okay, hold that red. Wait till the red dry. I've still not got any black. Damn it! I've realised I've still not got any black. What? Right, War Organ. I'm sure that's when you told me about last time, and I probably made the same joke. War Organ. Is it an app or is it an online thing? Because I know you can get some online things, and that they require data to connect to. Apps don't necessarily require it. I can't go and check. This is the problem. Oh, no way, Digger. Good evening, hello, welcome in. Our now Brown County Zoom is going back through. That sucks. Yeah, my condolences, man. That's not nice. That is not good. Come and listen to me waffle crap instead for a bit. That should take your mind off shit. Right. Choose Astra Militarum green bits. Or at least the green bits that are going to be Strachan green. So there's not going to be lots of it, but ooh, that's a bit too light actually. That's lighter than I thought. That's not good. That was a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. don't know where Mercadian tone is. Well, I've got an idea. It's probably just going to take me 20 minutes to find out. Unless... not as Warflesh. That's evening. So, yeah, Straken Green or Warflesh, Straken Green or Warflesh, Straken Green or Warflesh. Which one do I do it with? Warflesh, Warboss Green. No, I think we go with the Straken and the Death Guard as the two. Yeah, I never follow basic instructions. You all know this. Tiny little bit of Straken and Green. And then hopefully the two greens got to work well together. These generalish areas. Obviously. I've never painted Astra Militarum before, so this is new for me. I know I've got an Imperial Guard army, but I've not painted any of it. Whatever's been painted was done before it came to me. Was Ramrod's army. And the Leman Russes with the answer to bloody orcs. I still think that's unfair. I didn't have tanks. He brought hardware and heavy hitting things. I just had knobs with power claws. In a transport. You can pop me with guns. Normal guns. He brought tanks. I don't think that's very fair. And then he got a fucking Beyblade. Because the tanks didn't work. Tank called Pop. Especially when you're shooting off blast cannons at it. And missile launchers. Tanks called Pop. So he bought a Beyblade. Which again, I think is cheating. Should not be allowed to go buy a Beyblade. Because Leman Russ is out strong enough. That's not fair. And all I was adding was bloody starter boxes. He took that way too far. Do I want any green on this one? No, because going off that little flamey thing there, this looks like an arcade contraption. So it looks like we're going full yellow on this one, boys and girls. Full yellow on this one, boys and girls. Okay. So mostly it's red and green on this one, but that's where I have to start buggering about. Exactly, Ali. It is not very good for the moments, and it is times for the family and the friends to talk, especially those who knew them. actually thinking Death Guard green would have been the better green to put on the bottom one though now. Now that I've actually got to... Camera positioning is weird because it's a weird wide angle thingy bob. And I know I have zoom options, but I don't like using them because they don't necessarily translate the quality too well. Oh, many zoom options on my face, that's why it's so close to me. Well, I have zoom options for my painting one. Maybe I should use them more often. Right, now for non-red and green bits, essentially. Which in this case we're going to start with Rack Our Flesh. Any third... I'm glad that one came up there because Sparkles is in the portrait mode. So I'm going to gloss over that question, Ali. I'm just going to gloss over that question. No. Oh, yeah. What?
You know I can swap streets and go find out.
So can Ali. Look, if you wish to put that... Look, if you want to go talk to her, you go talk to her. That's entirely up to you. But I'm not doing... I'm not encouraging that. That sort of behaviour is wrong. She's already chose Blaze for honeymoon as well, so we're alright on that one. In fact, I'm going to do the other red first because I've just done the other green, haven't I? So it makes sense to do the other red. Well, Sparkle, she's in the portrait mode. She was asking me about, do I want a stag do? Do I want a stag do? What could I do for a stag do? Where's Mick T when I need him? I need somebody with a van. I need access to one of them. I need access to where Skip Rat practice, but not with Skip Rat practicing because I'll need the room. Go down and have a big game of 40k over for a weekend, essentially. Just living that thing at a big game of 40k. Obviously, we're doing other things, but that's the essential point of it. Not sure how well that would go down and how many people would turn up, but hey. See, Ali's asking you now. Say again? Yeah. Oh, we're gonna help you about that. Hello. Hello. Oh, you're coming quite late tonight. We're doing archy barricadey things. And no, it's okay. Timings, don't apologise to me. I'm not in control of your bedtime. So if you're up late, the ones you apologise to are probably your parents. You also happen to have walked into the conversation of Sparkles, who's my future wife. I already call her my wife, so I don't know why I say future. I wear the ring already. And Ali asking if we can get glamping. Plug it in. Plug it in. Usually solves that problem. Unless you're wearing headphones that are linked via a jack lead, in which case don't plug it in. Creating electrical circuits from the wall to your brain is not a clever idea. Because your brain is made out of mushy mushy water. Ooh, let's see how bright it is when it dries. Ah, it broke. No. Charger broke. Which means, at best, even if you were to have ordered one from Amazon today, it's not going to arrive until tomorrow. Which is an added... Oh, speaking of which, I think one of the problems that I've been having regarding running some modern games is the read speed from hard drives, such as Space Marine 2 and possibly some of the others. Sparkles, in her absolute wonderfulness, has allowed me to buy an M.2 hard drive. A terabyte one, and hopefully that should arrive tomorrow. If that does, that'll be awesome. That means I'm actually going to be able to play some better games, because my chip still is capable, my graphics still are just about capable. It's my hard drive speed that's letting me down a lot. So yeah, an M.2 hard drive, that should be nice. We've still got to get the red round here though. Yep, it would be the world's longest 40k game when I'm strapped to a lamppost, but unless somebody physically capable of strapping me to a lamppost comes along, I'd like to see you fucking try. Because somebody's more than likely losing an ear or a nose. I don't care who it is. That's up to everybody else to decide. What do you think? I think 40k game. Nice, quiet, peaceful, uneventful. I'm not saying it's not possible to invite people that will make it possible, but yeah, I feel fairly confident that people don't want to lose pieces of their face and body, so have a good night, Ali. Thank you for coming. I didn't pay attention. Did you reply to Ali?
So I've not had any more thoughts at the moment.
Oh, right, okay. I didn't see it scroll past, and then I looked, and yeah, Rouse is complaining about battery life, which yes, so I'm going to plug my actual phone in as well. I usually do and have it over there, but my work palette's over there at the minute. Right, now I have problems. So you think, just looking at this, although the green's not bad and it's okay, I do like the red. The red works. The red's fine. I'm not too bad with the shiny bits, which is good. What I am thinking though is, if I was to put the green and the red and the yellow together, all in one piece. It's got to look like a fucking Christmas tree, and it's already got Christmas tree lights on it. So I don't want it to be a Christmassy stage. Ideally, anyway, I don't want it to be a Christmas stage. But red, yellow, green does kind of scream Christmas. Yeah, I'm aware you have other ways of communicating, Ali. I'm not daft. I'm not daft. You probably have more bloody say in where we went on our honeymoon than I did. Thank you for choosing Mallorca, by the way. It's just me and Sparkles going as well. No children. Not quite a full week, but close enough. At least get to have the weekend in a hotel. So I hope poor Graham doesn't get the room next door. I got a really dodgy look for that one. At the moment, I've kind of give up. Mainly because I want to send the other one off to Lee. Just so I know. I don't want to start doing it in case I eventually really... without knowing that there's a backup one ready. Good evening, Joey. How's it going, homie? So yeah, in the answer to that, Graham, I'm waiting to... Basically, I want to make sure I'm going to have a working backup. So I can definitely put one in should I mess it up. Because I think I might have damaged components and things, and I don't want to do that twice. Not on this project anyway. If I can buy a soldering iron, or if I buy a soldering iron, I might look at working on some smaller projects just to get used to it and get better at it. But yeah, I'd rather have the backup ready on this one. Because if I've got to learn on this one, then ah, crap, this might take a while. Because I don't think he's going to take the punishment that I'm going to give it just by learning. Just come back from the office and you have some mucky. Lucky you. Lucky you. Obviously I don't smoke in my house, so I will not be smoking anything while I'm sat here. But I will be painting many things red and yellow and other colours. See, I'm not going to glue these down till I've actually decided which side of the stage is red and which side of the stage is yellow. But obviously the red's going on the red side and the yellow's going to go on the yellow side. Which is why they're not just both getting both colours. So let's see how that's looking now. That's looking a bit better. That's looking a bit better. Bright light can't see things. Okay. Right, so that's the red. I still need black. I haven't got a black. Well, I have. I just they're all buried away. Unless is that a black? No, that's Inky by Darkness. It's dark colour, but it's not black. Stegosaurus scale green. No. Caliban green. No. Well, Caliban green might be might have been better for some of that. Bit late now though. Posted to Discord is your new picture. Your new picture. Which, aha! My phone is the thing where it doesn't actually make a noise this time. That's good. Right. So now for like pipe coverings and stuff, like insulation things, using a tiny little bit of essentially a different ivory, which is Rakarth Flesh. It's a more browny ivory. Or you can call it a browny grey. Yeah, you'll see when I put it on. It's weird. Again, the one thing Games Workshop's range is good for is the fact that they've got so many greys and browns. You can get round the white thing quite nicely. You do have quite a few bold colours, don't get me wrong, but because white's an arse to work with, even ivory is quite difficult because of the amount of pigments in it. Some of the lighter browns and lighter greys are easier to work with, and they're close enough to the off colour you're going to eventually be working towards that works out alright. And then you can brighten it up from there. It does work. Smell? Oh, right, yeah. I quite like it, but yeah, Sparkles doesn't either. She doesn't like it. Can't really blame her. It's usually people with things like hay fever and stuff that don't like it, in fairness. Usually affects them. Yeah, not nice. Although there are quite a few other people that just don't like the smell. But some smell slightly differently, so it may just be a case of you don't like those ones. Now do the back side of this. And now we start looking at arc faces and arc glyphs and the raised up dag areas. If they're only on this one, they don't have any in the other one. That's kind of why I chose to make that one the yellow one, to make it a bit brighter. Well, it might be easier that way, but I'm currently not in that lucky predicament, or lucky position should I say, where I don't actually have a dryer quick enough for whites and yellows. So I'm having to rely on ambient room temperature, which is not always the best. I do not have a dry faster you bastard you machine. Not my naming, but certainly a very accurate one. I could certainly do with a dry faster you bastard machine at times. Ah, crap. But they're very noisy. They are very, 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 very noisy. Wash the brush, wash the brush, wash the brush, wash the brush. Definitely need to sort out and restock my base paints. I think at this moment in time I've got too much of a choice of just generic crap. And I need to sort out, right, base greens, base reds, base blues, base yellows, accenty colours, blah 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 blah, mixy colours, and just have a very good sort out and get rid of all the just overfill of stuff that I won't need. A lot of technical paints there that I don't think I'll ever use. Multiple probably old gloopy copies of paints and versions of them that are not worth using now. And a lot of paints that I just won't ever use, I don't think. So I think I might just get rid of a load of paint. Especially out of some of them boxes, because them boxes could be useful. I'm sorry if I'm dropping out of camera on this bit. It's becoming a little bit difficult just to paint the bits that I wanted. Okay, that's not too bad. Is there anywhere else? Like on these, that also needs it. No teeth, no tags, no iconography. Nothing. That's a surprise. Right. ivory, just to bring those bits up a little bit, and then maybe a bit of white as well. Who knows? Only a tiny bit of ivory. Look, the ivory is a lot brighter than the colour that we're using at the moment. The Rakarth Flesh is a dark colour compared to the ivory. Although we are going to drop down to a smaller brush, I think. Right, let's see if this works. That at least makes the arrow stand out, okay. And the arc glyph is going alright as well. So far, anyway. It could always fuck up. Any minute now. See, there you go. You just messed up on the art face down there. Hawky diddles. Anything on this side? Yeah, can't do the doofy things on this side as well. And in this case, I'm going to pop a little bit of white on these. For those of you who paid attention from years ago, there is a reason I'm doing that, and it works quite well. Or at least it did last time. Right, if this works, I'll be okay. Although, this time, rather than using yellow, I want to try and use a shade. So, Coelia Godshade, because it is green and it is archy and it is just awesome as a It should make it look like a little light, slightly tinted light. But it's an easy way of painting it rather than trying to build it up. You can put tiny little dots of ivory in the centre once it's dry if you wish. I may do, but I'm going to move on to the other one first before that one, while that one dries. Right, now we're in yellow areas to paint. Now in Avalon Sunset is our basic yellow, as we already know. And then we'll go to Iriel Yellow. Oh, should we go to Flashgates Yellow? Flashgates Yellow makes... Oh dear. Then we're going to go Ariel yellow and Flash Gets yellow. This is going to be bright. It's going to be really fucking bright. Really bright. Shake. And itch foot. Itch foot's not good. Itch foot's not good. No. Itch foot's probably the worst thing in the world. I don't know if anyone else gets itch foot and just needs to be sorry. It's just the most annoying thing in the world ever. See, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, is that good enough to be classified as done? I mean, there's a lot of black on there that I can't actually do black yet. So apart from coming back and going, oh, see, there's the red side completely. Right. New fresh eyes in a minute. That's what's going to be going on. I am, however, going to be shaking up the yellow so it's ready to be used. So, carry on. From Rogue's Den Hobby. Does 3D print. Does. Look at here, watch. It's going to go up and it's going to tell you that it does 3D prints. Right. And some of them are really good. That I bought them even though they're supposed to be normal troops. I changed them and bought spare parts for it and did other things and I've turned them into all sorts. So I bought a giant bear that I've turned into a dreadnought. Oh well, I made a class as a dreadnought. I got some guys that I really like the look of and got some armor, like different armament pieces and turned them into Terminators even though they're not Terminators. And did all sorts of weird stuff. I've still got a big gun essentially that I can put right on the back. It's going to be great. Yeah, you do. See, there's even a 10% off code if you go to Rogue's Den Hobbies, which is what it's called, and use code LAS10. Then it knows that you come from here, which is awesome. I'm gonna go outside for a little minute and have a cigarette and try and refocus my eyes because bright lights aren't good. So while I'm outside, I will be having the Ogs singing along for me, which will be fun. And I shall be back soon.
The best. That's dead or not. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Stuck in boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. They're stuck in boys. getting damaged. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cranky. Go down, boys. They're stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cranky. Go down, boys. They're stuck in, boys. With yokes, always ready to fight and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or nice. You just get damaged. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cranky. Go down, boys. They're stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cranky. Go down, boys. They're stuck in, boys. With yokes, always ready to fight and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or nice. You just get damaged. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cranky. Go down, boys. They're stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cranky. Go down, boys. They're stuck in, boys. With yokes, always ready to fight and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or nice. You just get damaged. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cranky. Go down, boys. They're stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cranky. Go down, boys. They're stuck in, boys. dead or not. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Always ready to fight and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or not. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Always ready to fight and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or not. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys.
He's back. Hello. Thank you everybody who waited. I've just turned Capture Me off instead of the Rogues Den Hobbies. There it is. Haha. Good night, Graham. Thank you for calling in. Yes. Hello everyone else who is still here. Got to catch up and do the red bits that I missed because I'm an idiot. And there's a bit of brass as well. So, got to do these red bits in here and down here because I forgot them because I'm stupid. Even though they're right next to all these other red bits. While I'm waiting for that, I do need to dry brush inside there essentially. to get that shiny bit and do a bit more around there while I'm at it. It's because that's where he's getting his main colour from, so I really do need that to shine a little bit. I'm brush cut. I'm brush cut with water bottle. Well, water thingy. I don't like that water thingy. I mean, it's alright, but I'm not overly keen on it. Right, that needs to dry so I can do the next layer of red, which I can do on here. It's just that bit's not drying. So I'll do the next little bit of red on here. Sorry, I'm out of camera shot again. And then while I'm waiting, I'll do the brass bit. Fill in a few more areas where I think it actually needs to be more prominent, particularly around the edges of some of the red areas that have already been done. Just to clean up some of those edges as well. Or at least clean them up in an archy fashion. That's a bit better. Tiny little bit of red down there, and I'm pretty much washing this now, I think. Just the tiniest little bit of red. Tiny little bit. Yeah, and then that pretty much needs an Agrax Earth Shade Watch, which I didn't pull out because I'm an idiot. And this is why I shouldn't bang my head on the microphone, because it moves my camera and everything. Null oil, which I have, which I will need eventually, but I need Agrax right now. That's not Agrax, that's Fugan Orange. There's the green. Why can I never find the Agrax when I want it? It's the first one I can find when I don't need it. As soon as I actually need it, I can never find the damn thing. Aha! Agrax Earth Shade. And that's going to get pretty much slathered across most of it. And while that's drying, we're going to do the yellow bit. And then we're going to slather that in a lot of wash. And then we'll wait for the wash to dry on that. Hopefully the wash is dried on the other one, and we can go back and highlight any bits up that we need. That's the plan. Let's see how it goes. So we need a decent sized brush for washes. And then we are wanting to slather this in pretty much everywhere. Relatively liberally. This project may use more than a tub of Agrax. Definitely around the metal areas as well. So these are areas. Not enough on there. As I said, we're slathering this pretty much everywhere. It's Agrax Earthshade. We'll come back and highlight up any other areas that we need to afterwards. But just to give pretty much everything a general tone in, we're going to be using this. Just help find those recesses and those shadows again that we missed out on earlier. So we'll bring those colours back up again afterwards. Now the only area that's not getting an Agrax Earthshade is the bit that we did with Coeli Green Shade that's there. That will not be getting a coating of Agrax Earthshade because it's supposed to be brighter. And mostly it's just like the red areas and stuff. But any screens or anything that we've painted so far will not be getting it. So that area I'll avoid a bit. But around here I will be applying a bit in there and more glazing it in at the moment on those bits. Clean that up a bit, clean that up a bit. Take some off there. Right, now give that a chance to dry. Now move on to the yellow one. We're just going Ariel yellow and then Flash gets yellow, so we're going two very bright yellows. And we're going for the door panel and the dashboard and the fin. Where have I put my brew? Oh, I've lost my brew. I don't even need my headphones on. I don't know why I've got my headphones on. But I've lost my brew. Where have I put my brew? I must have moved it when I got up and moved. I have my brew, yes, I do. Yeah, it's really cold. Yep, it's cold. Right. So, Ariel yellow first. Kitty cat wants something. Don't know what it is. Kitty cat definitely wants something. Right, move the Agrax Earthshade out of the way so I don't knock it over. You're right, so go up there, please. Right, so I want the. It's a lot of yellow. So dashboard. Because the dashboard this wanky could have only been owned by a bad moon. That's all it could have been owned by. And then the dolphin. Not the dolphin, the tailfin. Again, yellow. This is going to take a couple of coats of just this yellow, I think. Pickle boy, good evening. Alsey, how are you doing? I'm using the worst colour in the world, so I'm not doing too well. I'm using yellow. In case you haven't realised, I don't like yellow. Yellow's a really horrible colour to paint. So anyone who chooses Crimson Fish, you are sadists. Or masochists. Either way, you're wrong. You shouldn't choose Imperial Fish, you should choose Slaanesh, and you know you're secret Slaanesh fans. That's why you choose yellow. Yellow's horrible. It really is. Coverage is just terrible unless you just do one thick coat. And although that can kind of work for some, it doesn't work for yellow. So I don't recommend it. Definitely giving it 2 coats, not too thick, is a better idea. In fact, there's bigger things you can mask up and use airbrushes and stuff for, so. It'll probably be different doing it that way. But in this case, no. We're painting it by bloody hand, aren't we? We are. So how are you doing this evening, Pickle Boy? You doing alright? You stressed? You chilling? You got any new models? You looking forward to 11th if you play 40k? I know I'm looking forward to the launch box. I'm definitely looking forward to the launch box. It's going to get me to give me a kick up the arse to get more arcs done. And maybe actually paint the Stomper. Well, I think the Stomper's a good backup for a Speedwire. Just for things like Angron and the things that need something really big to hit them. Just for those type of things. So a Stomper's nice. And this is where I really dislike it, because now there's stuff in the way. I'll be careful now not to get yellow on things that I don't want yellow. And try not to have that being too messy afterwards. Yeah, I'm going to have to give 2 coats of this base coat colour as well, which I'm not particularly happy about. So when I do come back in with the other yellow, the edge bits that I need this to show through are still available in there. And there's some bits that I can clean up with just metallics or things. There's one of them that can go over quite well. Evening Beaky and Twisted. I think I've said hello to both of you. And yes, I'm still going Beaky. I've not disappeared while you went to Mythica Brew. And I don't know if Twisted has been and eaten yet. I know food is usually ready around about now. Which, rather than my dulcet tones, you guys go and enjoy a nice meal. Especially while I'm painting yellow, because all I'm doing is going to pretty much do is complain that I'm painting yellow. I don't like yellow. Apparently, especially Ariel yellow. Don't like Ariel yellow. Unless I've been using flash kits all along and didn't realise it. No, not cloudberries. Cloudberries you say make green tea taste like it's drinkable, and I'm saying I'm calling bullshit, essentially. Especially seeing as today Sparkles mentioned she got this tea with green tea in it, and she said it's not too bad because it's got other stuff in it. I'm like, no, bullshit. Green tea makes everything taste like off water. You're not convincing me. Have you been talking to each other? Have you been messaging? Like, we can get him to drink green tea between us, I bet you. I'm not fucking drinking it. Fuck off the Perriers. I know you're all conspiring behind my back. Ah, nice. I think I might do something similar once I've done here tonight. It might take a few bloody coats. I don't like yellow. Never told anyone I don't like yellow. And just in case you think, just in case I don't like yellow. The thick pigmentation doesn't do it good justice. It makes it difficult to manoeuvre and get a decent looking layer. Now, it's going to take 2 layers like this, and then probably 2 layers of the other one. Or I might not even do the other one, depending what this looks like. Or not until I do the wash anyway. I might do the wash first and then put the other yellow over it afterwards. Because this side isn't really getting any green or anything. There's no lighting things. There's broken dials, but do I do the broken dials? I should do the broken dials, really, shouldn't I? I'll look at the broken dials after I've done this, just to give that red one a better chance to dry. And then I'll look at Agrax in this one. Because the yellow is going to make it a lot brighter than the red one. Even though I'm about to go back over the red one and brighten some of the areas up, yellow is going to stand out a lot more. It just does. It's the one thing about the pain in the ass colour that actually makes it work. It stands out really well. I mean, look at that. Right, now we've got Agrax a damn thing. And then we'll put the brighter yellow one. Where did I put my Agrax? That's right now. There's no Lyle. Agrax. There we go. You love it yourself because you like the... Yeah. No. See. No. Green tea mixed with anything tastes like off water mixed with whatever you've done. So if you like something, don't mix it with off water. That's essentially all you've done with. Take the other stuff, take all the other stuff and just mix it with normal water. And I bet it tastes so much better than if you put green tea with it. My argument is that not that the other stuff doesn't taste nice, I'm just saying it'll taste so much better with normal water instead of green tea. Green tea is vile. They shouldn't even be able to call it tea as far as I'm concerned. I know it technically is, and it's like probably older than the tea that I classify as tea, but still, I don't think you should classify some of that as tea. It's just wrong. I'd rather drink Buckfast, and if you don't know what that is, you're so lucky. Because to say that's gone off water is a bloody... well, that's a compliment to it. It's certainly an acquired taste, put it that way. It does have a very particular effect as well. Which is why certain parts of Scotland kept their reputations. I'm not putting as much colour and detail on the smaller of the two, with it being, well, the smaller of the two. I don't want it to take up too much away from the actual stage area. I just want it to be a little bit brighter. Than just metal sat at the side of the stage. So now let's let that one dry. And now to come back in with the bed. On a bit of the ivory just to brighten up certain areas, and then we should be good. Hockey barricades. Hockey barricades. Okay, so that should be looking okay now, I think. Just need to come back in with a little bit of green, then a little bit of ivory, and I'm done. I'm going to do the ivory first, I think. Oh dear, that's not fully dry yet. Okay, that's not good. Let's hope some of these bits are. Damn it, no, I can't have it. There we go, it's not too bad. Wet blending to a little degree isn't a bad idea. If I can do it right, it will allow certain areas to dry like I want them to. But it does mean I don't think I'm coming back and doing the yellow. Should be able to come back and do the green though. If you remember out the two, I ended up wanting to be the Death Guard green. There we go. Oh no, forgot about this bit. How's that? Still need to get black though. I do still need to get black. But I'm quite happy with that paneling. Yeah, could do with coming back over that one with a bit of ivory, and hopefully now it's dried a bit more. Oh, but it's still got a nice big wet patch on it for some reason. I only need certain parts of it highlighting up, but I could do with a bit more on the base there, but I think that's going to be... There we go, that's a bit better. Brighten that one up entirely. It's not got the added bonus of being wet blended slightly like those are. Oh, I almost forgot about old skull face down here. So there is at least one completed barricade. Ready to go on the stage. This one is still wet. This one is still wet. Although it only needs a bit of yellow. And that's not difficult. We know it's going to be flash gets yellow. So I can let that one dry. If all goes blah 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 blah, talking difficult. Can't work mouth, don't know why. If all goes according to plan for tomorrow, then I'm going to have to dismantle a lot of my desk. You heard me. I'm going to have to dismantle a lot of my desk. Depending how long it takes me to put it back together again, there may not be a Models and Musings on Monday. We shall see. But I need to give myself plenty of time because there's a lot of stuff I need to sort out. There's a lot of stuff I need sorting out for a while. So, yeah, the entire area, by the sounds of it, is going to get completely sorted out. So who knows what's going to happen. However, I look forward to seeing you hopefully on Monday for Models and Musings. And if not, it'll be on Thursday and we'll carry on with the rock stage because we need to do that. Yeah, that's that's where we're up to. Thank you everybody who came to see me tonight, both in portrait mode and in horizontal mode. For those of you who hit the like and subscribe as well, thank you very, very much. I look forward to seeing you all next time, and please drive safe and have a good day.